Hey there, so today we're going to do another video on making diff blades. So, as many of you may know, in 10 scale touring car, in the front they run a solid axle, and on the spool of the solid axle there are spring steel outdrives which connect to the dog bone end of the CVD, right? And in the rear, rather than have the spring steel dog bones, spring steel outdrives, excuse me, they have aluminum outdrives, and they have CVDs with blades on the end of them to prevent wear. Now, this is not an original idea that I had. However, today I'll be showing you exactly how to modify your diff and your stock CVD, I guess, how to make the final product of a blade. So what you'll need is a pair of the standard Kyosho CVDs. So I think these come with the MA01 or whatever. I think you can buy these online for not too expensive. But yeah, you need a pair of these. Obviously you need a diff. You need a Dremel with a sanding disc or cutting disc or whatever. Or if you prefer like a file or some other sort of device like that. And you also need an X-Acto. Okay. So the first step is to completely disassemble your CVD, and this can be done simply by just pulling it apart, right, like I've done. Oh, and the last part I forgot to mention is you need a pair of cutters. I mean, this isn't necessary, it just makes everything go a little bit easier. What you do is you take your cutters, you cut right above the point where this part of the CVD connects. Now it's important to take the CVD half that is smooth. You'll notice this one has another one which is actually connected to a piece of steel, but it's not smooth. It has like a little bump in it. I don't know if you can make that out, but you want to take the smooth one. So what you do, take your cutters, you snip. Okay, it's off. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of flashing still left. What you do, take your Dremel, and you sand it down. Oops. Okay. Okay, that's done. Now you take your X-Acto. You'll notice there's some leftover stuff. Take your X-Acto. Oops, sorry. Cut away the excess material. Okay, and that's it, really. That's all you need to do. That's how you make the blades. However, you do need to modify your diff to fit it. So, as you can see, I've already done this, where I've actually cut out, opened up the outdrives on the diff, and this is a standard all-wheel drive, or I guess AMZ style diff. It's exactly the same. Well, not exactly. It's very similar to the one in the BZ. It differs on obviously the gear. It's not a pulley. It's a, well, I guess it's a conical gear for the shaft, and also it's the outdrives are slightly different, but the principle remains the same. What you do is with your standard one, you take your Dremel, you line it up, and you shave it out. And you shave it out until you can fit the CVD in there, like so. Now to give you an example with an axle, let's see if I have one lying around. Okay. Here we go. So you'll see it fits right on. However, I think with the BZ axles, they are a little bit larger so you actually have to take your X-Acto and just ream out the inside of this a little bit to make it fit smoothly. They should be able to see how it just flops around. It should just be flopping around without any binding. That's very important. Once you've done that, you mount your diff in your chassis, and you should notice there's almost no play. There's very little play, and it should be able to move freely up and down and side to side, as you see. Now this will make sure there's no binding in the suspension and no problems. And you just check the other side. Same deal, up and down, side to side. Yep, no binding, no problems. In and out. Should be able to go in and out pretty smoothly. And that's it. That's how you do it. Okay.